There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We judge it for podcast and connecting people and culture from getting up out of the club. Qualified people who willing to sell. Blessing our time and our efforts are rest. The brothers giving us the end of the rest of them. So welcome and live with African.
A lyrical
Master.
Le palis ou avec yo ake Sktv benyo. C'est ma chenni tina ke ase manjamo. Engi sano muni emu aye yo. Engi lo.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We judge it for podcast and connecting people and culture from getting up out of the club. Qualified people who willing to sell. Blessing our time and our efforts are rest. The brothers giving us the end.
No problem. Indeed, bet to win, folks. What I want to say, the pleasant good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Well, we face with little technical glitches. Those of you who are following, or better still watching. Indeed, good evening to all of you. Please help us share the show just in case you are watching. Yes, we are still doing some technical setup behind the scene. But if you're watching us via the internet, or better say on Facebook, or better say YouTube, please help us share the show. Good evening. Just give us a like, comment, and that would be good for us here so that we can know that in fact you're here with us, or better say you also following us, even though we are faced with little technical issues. But Robert, if you see us, or if you better say instead, if you see me, then just give us a thumbs up. Indeed, informing us that indeed you're seeing the broadcast, or better say you're watching the broadcast live. Good evening, people. Good afternoon. Good morning. It's good to be back on the radio, or better say the SKTV show this evening. Thanks to all of you. Thanks to our management. Thanks to the CEO of SKTV, Honorable Sekou Kanen. In fact, he's the CEO of the SKTV. Thanks to Truth FM also for the opportunity, for allowing us also to have our opportunity. Sorry for our show to be aired on their in fact, on their network. That's good. Thanks to the management, head about liability. Thanks to all of you there, the hardworking team. The other radio, only with Sumba Ravos, the man who in the US, watching the World Cup. Also, all right. Okay. Okay, wonderful. We will bring you on later on, Pauline, because we're having some technical issues. Let's see, we're going to close some of the apps. I think so many things happening back here in the area here. Let's see as to what we can get some of these things closed so that we can have our uh, operation going very good without any kind of interruption, without anybody, yeah. Because sometimes when we're not on, we receive couple of calls. We receive a lot of calls back to back. So what happening? What's going on? You guys have to come on, and so forth. But at the end of the day, other people too who feel that maybe they want to, quote unquote, enjoy some of the happening of the day. So they too, they don't want us to be on the radio. Better stay the internet because when we do, we will expose all the things that they will be doing and things that they will be saying. Well, again, people, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Help us share the show. I'm doing that myself. I'm sharing the show. The show will be interesting this evening. If not, all of our panelists will be here with us. Steve Bullitt, Better Stay Muse will also join us here this evening. Aisha, Aliu will be here with us. Mr. Dishu, Mr. Connor, and if possible, Lofa Julius and the rest of the other team will also be here with us. We're always here to talk about things affecting our country, even though the politicians, they are playing the politics like the lion. I don't know how many of you that are following the story of the lion. The lion, the episode, they have episode 1, episode 2, up to episode 5 now, right? And someone was explaining episode, I don't know which one the episode of, but I really need to see that one. The person said, maybe when the Lion government were owing the teachers, 2 years, no salaries for teachers for 2 years. So let me bring back while I'm explaining this story. I know what. Okay, let me see what Aliyu see me. What kind of problem here today? Okay, let me see. Okay, good. So Aliyu and myself, we here already. So the story goes this way. The person said, maybe in one of the other episode of that lion story, there's this thing that happened. I said, what he said, the government, the lion government were owing the teachers 2 years of arrears of unpaid salaries and so forth. So tension was growing back to back. And you guys, as usual, they went into their closet. They went into the meeting and they decided. They said, okay, so that's the case. Let's pay the teachers 4 months. And we'll pay them 4 months. We will increase fees. That means the tuitions, we will increase it. While the parents are fighting to look for tuitions, then we can do whatever we want to do. So I said, but how did this happen? He said, maybe that story, that episode is very interesting. And the government of Lion, they did that. They increased, in fact, they pay 4 months out of 2 years every year, so, or unpaid wages and salaries. Then they pay. Ali, say, you not hearing me? Ali? Well. Aliu, I don't know whether you get me for them. Welcome. Good evening, Aliu. Aliu? Oh, this is getting interesting though. I don't know whether you guys hearing me, Robert. You please help us. Asata Odosi, you please help us if you hearing me because I'm not hearing Aliu. I don't know exactly what's going on here. We have some technical issues, and we have to have that solved. But it's like it's still giving us a little tough time. But Aliu, if you're not getting me, then I think we got to take you off and bring you back on and see. Or maybe there, but let me see how best. But if you guys hearing me, Imada, bro, and the rest of you there, if you guys hearing me, then we're good to go. But Aliu, wow. We're still having some serious issue. So let me bring the lady on. But the lion story is very, very interesting. I think people are saying I'm loud and clear though. Well, anyway, maybe yeah, I will do some adjustment quickly. Yeah, so we have so many things to talk about. But quickly on that lion story. So the government paid the people 4 months. After that, the government increased tuitions. Parents were like, but how come teachers now they started wondering, but we just don't pay 4 months. And you can't go back to protest because you just told 4 months. I don't know, because you've been protesting. Can you imagine? To tell you how the people can put us into a cage or into that or what you may call that they are political stuff. So they owe you 2 years. They give you 4 months. Then they increase or they increase tuitions. How will you protest? So the parents are thinking about how to fund food, how to fund tuitions, how to fund this thing for the children. No one to protest. That's the system here with us people. But good evening again. It's good that we're here. Aliu, please, you got to do some adjustment and come back on. But let's see. And again, people, yeah, we have so many things, like I said, that we'll talk about. Let me say this. I've been hearing a lot of things happening in our political corridor with, comparison of previous this and that and all these things. And some of us will buy into these things in the name of, oh yes, the previous government did, the other one that, the other one did. Let me tell all of us today as people in the simplest form. The government system look like when you into or maybe a relationship and you have maybe you and that person, maybe you're no longer together. In the simplest form, you tell you they are your ex. And you call it. Okay, let me see. Aliu is here. Aliu?
Yes, I can hear you now. I have to lock out and come back.
I think this
I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Really getting interesting from my end. Yeah. Are you getting me?
Yes, loud and clear. I'm getting you now. Mabel, I'm hearing you, Mabel.
No, but I will play something quickly, Aliu, but I wanted to talk about I don't know which enter studio. I'm not really seeing that person too again. So many people really happy here today. Is that easy? Yeah, man. I don't know who just enter. I'm not seeing that person, but whosoever person that just enter. Okay, so let me have the one to removed quickly and see. Yeah, I wanted to play that, but yeah. So I think it's getting interesting. I think Steve got to come. One of the well, if you don't hear me, but you're talking,
I'm hearing you.
I wouldn't hear you through the audio. I'm going to be getting you. I'm going to allow you to go on and do little adjustment. But you getting me, Aliu?
Yes, I'm hearing you clear.
All right. So the issue with X, 3 things. Some of you listen very, very carefully today with the issue. Some of you, the politicians, continue to play here with, the previous government brought $1 billion or maybe $1 billion worth of drugs. Why you people did yesterday? No. I'm just trying to educate some of us so that our mind can be that way. When you have X, if you and that person were together, for example, 3 things that you should observe of your life. When you and the person split, or your pathway, or maybe what you may call, or your go a separate way, or ways, or what you may call. If, for example, your life change from where you used to be, or from where your life used to be, like for example, your life, you just used to eat, sleep, and that was the kind of life you used to see yourself in. No progress. Let me just say in a simple form. No progress. And you believe that from that X, your life start to change. You start making progress. You will now see that maybe that X was your problem. 1. 2, if you and someone pathway or your path and your life move from where your life used to be and go backward, like for example, maybe we can say from worst to ridiculous, or maybe from good to bad, we can say, right? And your life start to go part of, that means that ex was playing a major role in your life. Listen up, because these things, we're not looking at these things. We look at politics, party, religion, and traps, and so forth, but we don't care about some of the common things. So if that X, now you start to make the X because your life is not making any progress. That means that X was buttressing your life. That X was helping you. That's why your life was shining the way your life used to shine. Now you're grabbing it, that two. The third one, if you and that X part way or you move from together in the same platform, you're done together, and you stay the same. You stay the same the way the earth leave you. You go, the people go kind of see the same. Ah, well, I told the person, that means you stay managing with the life that the earth left you with. Now, how you still look, no change. You're not making progress. Either you're not moving forward or you're not going backward, but you stay the same. So these are three things that happen when you and people are no longer together. You call them the X. So in our body politics, let's look at ourselves and see these things the way we see it in politics. How are we seeing this thing today? So before someone come up to you and tell you that, oh yeah, the reason why Unity Party will always be mentioned now is because they served for 12 years and they are the one that in power. So people will say to them that, no, I think there are a lot of mistakes you make along the way, so you should correct the mistakes because you are not giving another opportunity to serve. So now I see people saying, but like for example, a CMC kind of power, or maybe ANC, or other political party kind of power and want to share blame on maybe Unity Party. No. I will hear maybe I will not agree to them. But again, that's about the politics. That lion story. Look, Ali, I'm only getting my brother. Yeah,
I'm hearing you
with all of these things so that people can understand that these are all distractions. Every time when things happen, instead of us discussing these things, the only thing that you will hear, oh, anything happened yesterday too? What happened? No. As long as you leave your ex, you have nothing to do with them already gone. Shine, let your life shine brighter. But if your life going backward, then maybe they're not ever play major role in your life. But if your life moving forward, why you be complaining about the ex? What are you doing with the ex? What I have to do with you? If my life is shining brighter down, what am I doing with you? That means you are the problem in my life. So some of you just said, yeah, let me see, man. This thing is getting too interesting. Today, my people have so many things to talk about. Like I did send some kind of video in our chat room about this medical issue. People, when you go to the hospital for medication, instead of you being healed, either you get some kind of problem, you get sick, or some kind of a mistake, some kind of doctor will do on you. Like that little boy, one little boy who they carried to the hospital, and at the end of the day, they got to cut off his hand just because of mistakes from either the nurses or the doctors or whosoever person that look after that little child today, that little child. Somebody born with everything on them correct. Only for that child to go through the kind of pain and so forth. Hey, man, we want for Ali to come on, man, so that we can go into that. But again, Ali shared this video with us about a lady who said that I think at GFK, she paralyzed. So many things can really happen in Liberia. That was some of us. I just thank God, though. Yeah, that's about God's grace, though, but not easy to admit. Who are those people that are operating on our people as health workers? Are they feeling happy or are they not? Why is this thing happening? How come our health sectors just hearing terrible things, seeing terrible things every time on the internet? You see people, a lot of mistakes. Somebody go give birth. Only for them to find themselves crippled for life. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how that happened. Or even if you want to do operation on that person, I don't know how they managed, what they did, what really went wrong. At the end of the day, I think I saw some press release from GFK that They will not be able to react to, in fact, people on the social media here and there. Yeah. Look, it's not about you reacting to people here and there. Number one, that late child mother and father supposed to sue whatsoever hospital that they carry that child to today. Now that child got damaged and that child one hand was cut off. That child they're supposed to sue that hospital for even 1.5 million or 2 million dollars, so that child will be able to live a better life forever, because that child will be living with trauma throughout their life.
But maybe I'm hearing you and people are hearing me, so the problem is from you.
So I don't know, they say hearing you, but okay, but I think Steve is here, so Steve can take over a little bit. I will log out and come back.
I can hear.
Yes, indeed, I think what I'm going to do.
Steve,
I just want to play something quickly.
Milburn.
Chairman, you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Milburn.
Yeah. So people, sorry that we're having some technical issue here. That do none of these adjustments. Some of you, yes, the World Cup is still ongoing. I think we are in phase 2, right? I think phase 2, because South Africa just played today, so that means we are already now into round 2 of the World Cup, and South Africa drew with Czech Republic 1-1. Indeed, that game very
Milburn, can you hear me?
At the end of the day, yes,
Milburn.
a lot of supporters, people who are also wishing for South Africa to drop out there in South Africa is very terrible for us as should I say a region or yes, a continent, though, to see ourselves moving the way we are moving, embarrassing one another, disgracing each other, killing one another in the name of people should leave your land, people should leave from your home, they should go back to their very homes, to where they come from. Well, these are things we keep saying to our people, that bury your home. Stop carrying the money outside of Liberia and buying homes. You go to Ghana, you buy homes. You go to Dubai, you buy homes. You go to America, they will not for you. But again, let's take the break and see how best you to do all of these adjustments, because I feel still.
Milburn, are you hearing us? Are you hearing me? Milburn.
He's not hearing you. He's not hearing me, but I'm hearing you. So the problem for him. Are you hearing me, Chairman?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, the problem for him. Excuse me. The problem for him.
How are you, Mr. Masari?
Thank God, my brother. I'm okay. How yourself? How you been doing? I hope you come with the information. You're the low-fi country people now. We give our country. You want to turn it to just cartel.
Folks, good afternoon. Good evening. Good day to everyone. It's good to be back on the show. It feels good to be back. Good to see some of you in the comment section. Some of you are still reaching out for the birthday. Thank you so much. The birthday was last Thursday. Some of you are still reaching out, and I think it's a good thing. It's a good feeling. Much appreciated. Mr. Masale, what's going on? What's new with you before we get into maybe the politics of the day? Me, I don't like to start the show with politics. I don't care what's going on, me personally, unless you guys want to join me in your politics, and I will listen to you. Life is short. Someone texted me today and said, life is short. And I've never heard that person make such statement. And so I took what the person said as at face value. I took it very seriously. That means, in other words, we need to, chill. So I don't want to rush into all that. Just wrong way you on the show and you're just talk politics. Listen, I'll keep saying it. I'm not getting myself out of like run people. We now talk politics. And nothing can come out of it. We say the same thing over and over. We say the same thing over and over. And the same people come every day from here, they will leave from here. Guess where they will go? They will go to Spoon Talk. From Spoon Talk, guess where they will go? They will go to Closing Argument. From Closing Argument, they go on Facebook talk show to, you know, the other people that who can be gossiping, talking a bunch of foolishness. You know, they go listen to women cussing each other, disrespecting each other in the name of Jesus, right? So I ain't got time for sentiments. I'm not here to just keep providing information, and people got nothing to do with the information that I provided. So I will talk to relevant things that affect all of us, that impact us. And if time, therefore, to talk to politics, I'll get into the politics. If no time, I call it a day. But to say I will count and show the way it used to be before, everything just solely political, tense, and people tired and fail, push them more up. No, I'm not going to do that one. I'm not going to be part of that. I don't want to be part of that. I want to save my energy. You know, I want to make sure that, you know, I'm balancing the conversation. So what's going on with you? And where are you?
I'm okay, my brother. I'm still here. I like in the in my late popo corner. Yes, in my Maryland, my man. Everything is okay, my man. So far, so good. We are here. They're watching what's going on around the world. But so far, everything is okay. How your end?
Well, all is well on this end. In terms of Liberia, all is well. Like I said to you guys, I don't take anything personal. Tomorrow, by the grace of God, we'll have the chairman here. By the grace of God, we'll have the political leader of the CMC. The first session, we'll have a conversation with him in the first session, which will be maybe the first 1 hour. And then the second 1 hour, you know, we'll bring the team on so the team can join all of us to be part of the conversation. I think that's the plan for tomorrow. Okay. That's the ultimate goal for tomorrow. So hopefully we'll have the chairman, the political leader of the CMC here. We'll also have some, you know, tete-a-tete conversation and so forth. Yeah, that's the plan for tomorrow. I don't know where Milborn is. I can see him in the back. I hope he's ready. Let me see if I can bring him on. I don't know what's going on with his system.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Milborn, what is going on?
Can you hear all that, Milborn?
Milborn. But start playing for me. You can't see us. Yeah, so folks, Milborn will tighten the loose in there and join us. Milborn will tighten the loose end and join us. What's been going on socially, my man? What's the latest social news or conversation going
on? Actually, I've never been following social activities. You know, like you said, that's the fight. What you just said. Sometimes we have to leave this politics because we continue saying one thing over and over. The people continue doing the same thing. So sometimes we have to look at some of the social issues, what's going on. But you know, it just been driving all crazy. Everybody running. And that's how sometimes you be running behind something while the government is digging up, they're doing something else. So I don't know what was the social activity or thing you saw over the week. Yes, but for me, I can't read it.
Yeah, before I get into anything social, you know, the two Liberians that I wanted to appreciate, I wanted to be on the record in Sktv. Also, this one I'll speak on behalf of myself, on behalf of Sktv. The two Liberians I wanted to recognize, and there is another Liberian politician in person of President George Weah that I wanted to recognize openly, you know, as compared to some of the things that somebody. Maybe are you there with us? Can you hear us?
They were hearing all that. My man told
I'm trying. I'm coming. But coming now.
Yeah, but what kind of hell? Wait, listen. In fact, the chairman, the political leader of the CMC coming tomorrow will ask him, what kind of, I thought you about new equipment. What is going on over there?
No, it's a network. It's not the equipment. What happened was, say you want, because you find out how you can do. You can always want to check out everything. So let me just inform the people. What happened was,
play the air real quick.
Yeah. What happened was, the stranger, sometimes somebody tampered with the entire system, so the system got corrupted or it was removed. So this morning I had to call Mr. Khan the morning to set it up, send me all of everything the morning I have, or able the morning to set it up for them, send them myself. Haven't used it, so you're using it now. That's why it's misbehaving the way it's behaving.
So you say the new equipment about working?
No, everything okay. Everything intact. Okay. I mean, one thing I can take away from Mr.
You go in that station there. You hopefully you're not trade or say that new system or order. You gotta be very careful. We gotta order those systems there in that place. Well, I'll call like they will order those systems there.
South Africa. Remember, everybody goes off. You go to South Africa, you go get 1 point.
But anyway, folks, quickly let me recognize these two Liberians. Politics aside. And I mean what I'm about to say. I don't normally talk about these people, but we pay attention. Liberia might not be the best or at its best, but there are some people that are trying. I want to recognize Jefferson Koji. Jefferson Koji was made fun out of for his English, his pronunciations. I want to recognize Jefferson Koji because he did something that I would encourage, especially the young people in government, to do. It's important for you to empower yourself because you matter. Now, the country might not be in a position to empower you because some leaders, some politicians might be stealing. But it is critically important that when you have the opportunity, if I were working in any position in that place, one of the things I would have done was to be empowering myself while I'm working. But not only that, I would have traded my position to come abroad and study and get experience and go back. That's what you do. I want to congratulate Jefferson Koji. This is big on his graduation, on his accomplishment. I want to congratulate the CDC. It shouldn't be just restricted to Jefferson Koji. This needs to be done. Let the poor people who are children to come to learn book. Let me tell you something. That idea what they told you in Liberia, that no book, you not know book, you know book will vote for you, and that book can eat that lie. That lie, book sweet, book good. Let me tell you today, book sweet and book good. The book people, it is sweet, it is good when you know book. Don't let anybody shame education. Education is important in the world that we live in. Not only that is knowledge, it exposes you, it empowers you. So I want to congratulate Jefferson Koji. I also want to congratulate one young man from the CDC that I always see writing, I know, Wento. I can see you on Facebook, bouncing back and forth, Wento. I think he got accepted in Harvard. I saw his, I came across his posting through one of the groups that I'm in. I saw it there. And I'm very impressed that this is how you start the building of a foundation in the future, that we invest in our people. We invest in our people. Knowledge, that power. Let me tell you today, knowledge, that power. Knowledge can expose you. Knowledge is important. Education is important. The last person I wanted to acknowledge today, I was watching the South Africa game, Melbourne, and just for the record, I support South Africa. I'm against the xenophobic behavior that is exhibited by some South Africans, but I support South Africa. When I say some of my friends, oh, you see what's going on in South Africa? No, I see what's going on in South Africa. I choose to support South Africa. And I mean what I say. My support for South Africa stands unequivocally. They are Africans. One apple will now support all the apple. And now because they got a few South Africans that are behaving xenophobic, that means we should brand also Africans. Also Africans are not bad people. It's like you telling me right now that because Unity Party are turned into a drug cartel, they're selling drugs, posting drugs, exporting drugs, so that means all our brand are drug takers. No, that's not true. All our brand are drug sellers. We'll call the people who do the wrong. We'll call that party that doing wrong. The scene where I was CDC, where they will call CDC out. We'll call Unity Party out. We're not burn. I saw President George Weah today sitting in a stand. Let me say this to President George Weah. This is where you belong. Now where you belong. By your era there. You command respect when you're over there. People reference you. People respect you. You put yourself in the labyrinth politics. You behave corruptly, ineptly, and so forth, and we'll call you on. It will not because someone all hate you. No. We wanted you to take your right position where you're supposed to be and earn the respect that you deserve as a legend. The only African, the only black man, the only African Ballon d'Or still alive today. The only man that won a Ballon d'Or from Africa, never won World Cup, never won Champions League. You won it because of what you did on the field. You see how you are sitting the big ball today? You see how you sitting the big ball where people are respecting you? You can't labure, you can't do funny thing. People that would not so talk to you. When we tell you, you're not listening to it, we tell Joseph Parker, put yourself together, you old man, go sit down. He said, no, he won't be president. He can't be president now. He tend to draw seller. We're talking about there. He tend to be him, tend to have a lion in the country. So I want to applaud these three people. I want to commend them. This is good. For me, let me say it. We can talk politics. The play you do wrong, I will say you do wrong. The play you do good, I will say you do good. So these three people, I want to applaud them. President George, we have a well-suited. Okay, what happened with Melbourne again? Melbourne, man, start playing games, man. We see what here, bro. These three people, I want to applaud them. It has nothing to do with LeBron politics. Melbourne, they keep kicking Melbourne, all my people. I don't know the news system here, what Melbourne is face today. I don't know what's going on right now. So I want to applaud these three people. You'll keep it up. I hope this will set as an example that will empower other Liberians. Will support each other to elevate each other. We'll provide opportunities. When you see some of us speaking about doing the educational system and start stealing from the poor people, we're doing this because we want everybody to be on an equal level. We want everybody to be on an equal level because myself, my people are country people. Another Congo people. I come from a country background too. My own grandmother was sat in school before. So if we have the opportunity to empower each other, let's do it. Why we gotta be? We bring the Congo people, but then we come to power. We can empower our own people. We can empower the country people, so that when we're no longer around, they too can know what's going on. Can have that's how it goes. A cycle. But we can't steal from our people. We embezzle. Even the hospital, we can all keep it. They got to run away with Joseph Boga from out of the country in a few days. Because the stress level too by saying going Ghana, seeing the game one Ghana, he couldn't talk to you on camera, but he could go to Ghana, the whole Ghana Jesse, and stay there. But we'll get into the politics for the day. So Melbourne, these are the three people I want to recognize. I don't know if you guys have anything else before we jump into the politics, anything social before we jump into the politics for the day. But these are the three stories that really caught my attention, and I really feel proud of these three Liberians. I do.
Oh, thank you, Chairman. Thank you for bringing that up. They say give the man his flower when she's alive. Like Jefferson Koji, yes, he did exceptionally, extremely well. At least, like you said, this thing about speaking English. There are people that speak all the big English, but that's not your English people looking at. They're looking at what you can do, not just to speak the beautiful English. Like you said, people used to talk about Jefferson English and whatsoever. But today you see the level he has reached. There are people who speak beautiful English. They have not yet reached that level. You see? But again, like you said, we all here, we say congratulations to him. Like 12 tier 12, he's one of the guys they call him scholar, this and that. I have been following him, seeing him going to countries with world leaders. I think quite recently he was invited to Sierra Leone. I saw him with Mada Bio. You always see him in Europe there on occasion, on program with big people. But once again, congratulations to him. President we have had it was the election said. Yes, I saw the man well seated or witnessing the game. And that's cool. Other African leaders, other African are saying they can support South Africa. Like you just gave an example today. What happened in the CDC government? You can't hit everybody. There were some people there, they were doing good. like what is happening in Unity Party government today. You get mad because of one person and you go against the entire government or the entire party. What's happening in South
Yep.
Africa today? Now everybody supporting it. You see, but there is nothing they can do. So you get mad because of that. As a legend, everybody know the record, what he achieved in the world when he was on the soccer field. To be his son is there and he's part of FIFA. All of these things to say, oh yes, no. What is
Yeah.
happening? The government will
Well,
take.
say you talking about it. Say Melbourne does not support South Africa. Which will have to hold him in contempt for that. He's now been patriotic to the African Union. But we'll say need to AOU so they can call him for investigation. Melbourne, you don't support South Africa. What say you to that? Melbourne.
Why the
Melbourne.
keep scratching your eye? Why a little dollar and he said I can see you scratching your ass on town hall.
I think the man setting up so that he can join us. Melbourne, are you there with us?
People hear everywhere in the comment section.
Yeah, people are hearing us. Melbourne will talk when he set up.
Yeah, Steve. I don't know, but when you guys are talking, yes, I don't know what you getting me, Steve.
Loud and clear.
Yes.
You
getting me?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I don't know, but when you guys are talking, there's like there are a little disruption or so forth. But again, I think I don't know if you guys get to me, then it's better. I'll let move on. I was listening to you talking about the letter of Jefferson Koji and so forth. Steve, no matter which place you found, no matter whether you are poor or you are rich, I think the issue of education should be freed instead of people struggling. People have to struggle. They have to make all of the sacrifices. They have to either succumb to certain thing before, or they have to corrupt, or they have to fund themselves into certain thing. Before getting opportunity, it's bad. And this is the thing some of us we keep saying. People don't have to be struggling before getting scholarship. Go low, they get somebody 5% scholarship from here to go China for 6 months. My brother, a waste of time. Better your own, make your own better. Make sure that you have one of the best in the world. Don't make it look like your own is worst, so that even people have to struggle to move for her to go outside and acquire a better one. No, it's shame and embarrassing that he said. This is not about who be Congo or who be native. No, education should be freed, and let have a vibrant and good one for every child that will be born, so that they will know that yes, indeed, their parents laid a very fruitful foundation for them. You know how to be. People got to go through the line, struggle through the way, and all these things. So you are saying, my brother, this thing should have been freed. The opportunity should be given to people, not just because you had to succumb to one political party, so you had to be able to have your way in or your way out. So for me, I agree with you. Well, when it comes to politics, we may disagree, but at the end of the day, the young people, Steve, they are going through a lot. The way our politicians, the way our political system look, you got to succumb to them. You got to particularly worship them. And the only time that will give you scholarship, or else you will remain behind the same. You will struggle. You will make all of the last contact, and brother, you won't get anything. So that's it.
Yeah, most definitely so. Yeah, but any other social issue before we get to the politics of the day? Any other social issue or anything that caught your attention because a lot been happening in the country? Maybe are you there? Any other issue that caught your attention before we get into the politics of the day? Well,
for me, the only thing that caught my attention here is I think there was a video trending in social media. One girl, I know she's a content creator. I don't know if you came across that video wherein she was drinking, I think Shintao or what thing, some kind of green thing she was drinking, and somebody was like video recording her. She was there, why are you video recording me in a police uniform? The person was there, oh, look at the police officer drinking. So later on, I saw her, she came up with an apology that they are making a movie, and it was just part of the movie that they cut off like that. So she came to apologize because that video had gone viral. That I think the Liberia National Police, I don't know, they want to take they want to take issue with her whatsoever by being police uniform to make such a video. And she came out to apologize, this and that. And I think they were even on set when she did the apology, and all her friends then are on set and they start to apologize too. And then for me, even as that, like I said in the comment section, for me, she owed me no apology because quite recently, or somebody from the Liberia National Police, he had a press conference and said that the police are in the habit of excessive drinking. Police officer will be on duty, and when you look, they are charged, they are drunk, and as a result, it's causing too much accident in the country. Police are being on duty, and at the same time, they are drunk. You see, so that's make me to think nobody will be in their normal sense or in their normal mind. You see a moving object or keke or motorbike or a moving vehicle, you go, you stay in front of it. I don't think you will be in your rightful mind. So when one of the police boss, when he came out, one of the bosses, when he came out and said that, so I conclude, I say, no wonder why they always standing in front of vehicle, because if you will go to work and then you go drink liquor, from there you come in to kind direct traffic or do whatsoever. That's why whole day you see people beating the police in the street, because you will not be drunk, you come and stay in front of me to arrest me as a keke driver or motorcyclist and things. So the person will say the other police officer drunk. So when she made that video and the people going after her, this and that, so that was something that caught my attention. I said, but why are they going after her when one of the big person in the police just spoke quite recently that the police officer, they are in the constant habit of drinking excessively and being on duty in the street and what have you. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Well, I've seen police officer in Liberia in the uniform drinking. Now, not to say I'm endorsing what happened with the lady in any way, shape, or form, but I've seen other people, other comedians wear police uniform, whether they enacting arrests or whatever it is. I don't know if there's anything attributed to this as a crime. I don't know if this is even a crime, but I have seen it, I have heard it, I have noticed it. So, like you said, this woman should be left alone. Should not be bothered because she, it's okay for you to call to caution her or whatever. Or if you want to use the incident to set new rules now, then there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm in agreement, but if that rule did not exist, you can't just wake up and say you won't punish the woman or you won't go after her or whatever it is. Plus, it was a sketch, and yes, the police. We now see police. Which one is bad? Police receiving bribe on camera, or police in police uniform receiving bribe, or police drinking? Which one is bad? Both of them are bad. The worst one for police. But the worst one is for police to be in a uniform and be receiving bribe. And so I don't know, but with the Unity Party, the standard is different. They are very hypocritical. They are not serious group of people. And so I don't take them seriously, to be very honest. They're a bunch of con artists, starting from the president. He's a con man, not a serious man. He's a con man at his age. When you say this, and you can't talk to the president, I can talk to the president. The president is a con man. He's a crook. He's a liar. I ain't got time to, you want sugarcoat it, you sugarcoat it. You want, go speak it the way, go describe it the way you want to describe it. You can choose to describe it as incher, that's fine. But you can't sit down other people to say, you can't say that, you can't say that. I can say that. So that being said, I think Mr. Masali pivoting to the politics here is interesting. It's interesting that I saw you guys on the show, I think a day or two, Melbourne made an announcement about the president coming to give a speech to the country. about the drug business or whatever it is. First of all, let me give my personal, honest view about this. Look, nobody in a sound mind will sit on any platform anywhere in Liberia, any part of the world, to listen to Joseph Boakai giving speech on anything and taking serious. No, don't take it serious. The entire United Party-led government, don't take them serious on any serious issue. Anything they tell you, they're a bunch of liars, no truth in it. So lies. Joseph Boakai not serious. Joseph Boakai is not a serious-minded man. Joseph Boakai will never be serious, and he cannot be serious. It's not just in him. So when I heard y'all talking about y'all waiting for the president to give speech, I just laughed. I just laughed with all of you. I laughed that day so hard that I had to leave the show from watching it, because do you know that I've not listened to that foolish? Do you know that I've not listened to the foolishness or whatever? I've only heard people talking about it, how it was a recording or whatever it is. To tell you that in the first place, the man is not serious. So, I mean, in the drug business in the country, it has caught international partners and international people. It's all over the world now. People discussing it. And the president left. That the one I supposed to take serious. That I want I supposed to take serious. I supposed to say he talk something meaningful, or he mean what he say, or he cares about Liberia, he cares about the drug business. That the kind of person I supposed to care about it. So I mean, it was a wasted time, but you left for to waste your time in our country. Plus, just the audacity said to even come and do video recording and send it to the Liberian people to listen to it. I thought this was the same thing that they were criticizing when George Weah. That George Weah couldn't come to the camera to talk.
Wow.
So when we say nothing changed, then you get vague. But the same thing you're criticizing, the same thing Joseph Boakai come to do. It makes no sense. So I don't waste my time on these kind of things. So I don't know what is your take. I don't know what Joseph Boakai said in that recording. Again, I've only heard people say he sent recording. He was not in the studio. He didn't show his face or whatever it is. I've heard that, but I've not listened to it. I've not read the transcript. I got no interest in people playing games around. So I don't know what you think about it or how you feel, Mr. Masale.
Well, Chairman, the problem, like you said, we were here that they have in the show, I think day for yesterday, and they said, oh, the president coming to address the nation on the drugs issue. And I said right here that Boakai was not coming to tell anything strange. All of his speeches, all of the time, they are just deception, contradiction, and making mockery out of the situation. And before that, we opened the line for people to call, and people called just what they said, that Boakai was just going to come and tell us, oh yes, Liberian people should wait while the investigation is ongoing. And exactly, that's just what he said. The same thing the Justice Minister, when he went to the house on that Tuesday, what he said was exactly, so it was just like one of the former lawmakers said, what do you expect when drugs cartel investigating drugs cartel? So it was just like what the Justice Minister said that day, they just put it together and they gave it to him. And that's why he said, today you see him in Ghana, he's standing there holding Ghana Black Star jersey, but he couldn't come. This is a national issue that happening in the country. Everybody concerned right now, international partner, America, EU, everybody, or they are all concerned about what is happening about Liberia exporting drugs into Europe. If we were to get to them, they were going to be the consumer. You know how we're going to destroy them. And for us to expect the president to come with some kind of strong speech to say something, this is what going on. I gave my LDA whatsoever from the 4 hours or the 2 hours. I want to see this happening. Something. But instead, he just went and made 2 minute or 30-second video, and they put it out there. You can even find it on the executive mansion website, neither ELBC, only on social media. So it was so disappointing. But for me, like you said, Chairman, I never expected anything good from the president. Because you get the list of those who are involved into this. That's just a delay tactic.
Thank you. Mr. Connett, welcome to the show.
Yeah, Steve, how you doing?
Good, Mr.
Yeah.
You can hear all now. Oh, thank God.
Thank you. Good afternoon and good evening to Mabel, Liberia, man. I know you got done with the social issue, and we're back in the politics now, Steve. Well, you know, Steve, like you stated,
issue, Mr. Connie.
Huh?
Why you always shy away from social issue?
No, not really, man. Not really. Unfortunately, I got all you got done with it already, but it's okay. When you speak about it, Ali, you're speaking for me too, so no problem. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
But you know, Steve, what you say there, Steve, is so true, and it's unfortunate that people will want to take. I mean, unfortunately, that people will find it difficult to take the president's utterance, especially on national issues that has the propensity of derailing the peace and the sanctity of the citizenry. Because if the president speaks and then his statements or his utterances are not taken serious, it's a problem. But hey, the president has put himself in a position that make it very difficult for people to really take his utterances, seriously, especially that has to do with their stability and their security, Steve. I mean, because you have a president, he has said numerous things from day one up to the point that his opposition days to the presidency now, and we have found it difficult. We can enumerate them endlessly here that the president has said things and he's not living by them. The president told us if he knew about four-year situation, Steve, he would have objected to it. The question that he had, now that he had known, what have you done? Nothing. The very president came out to tell us that, I would not ride. If it calls me to ride wheelbarrow to go to work, I would do it. Today he's riding the most expensive car in the history of the Republic of Liberia. So, I mean, there are just enormous things that we can sit here and just go over and over. So you are right in that direction to say that you find it difficult to take the president word serious. Today, Steve, things that they condemned from previous government. Today, Joseph Barker is in Ghana there taking Jersey. When Georgia wanted, in the Middle East to take Jersey, they gave him Jersey, and today he had a medical hospital over there. They criticize it. But they're doing the same thing is as if that, everything that they got there before, I want to do them, or it shows that this is a spirit of envy, that I must do everything that he did before. But then you condemn those things, and you want people to take it serious, Steve. So, I mean, if you ask a question and you stay there, Steve, 100% you could be right in that direction. That is very, very difficult to take the word of the president serious. Now, today, he's talking about people should exercise restraint. We have exercise restraint for the border, Steve. 6 months gone. Nothing you have heard from this president with regard to the border. And today, every day you wake up, you see people at that border, Steve. So it's difficult. But I know we'll expand on it further,
Yeah, let's turn it over to Milborn, so that he can have a say on what the president said and then take us to the news.
Right.
Yeah. Milborn, we'll turn it over to you so that you can take us to the news. Milborn, we're not hearing you. Milborn.
I think Milborn getting some difficulties over there today. I don't know, something wrong.
Sometimes, I don't like to pay attention to people in the comment section. But what you are saying in the comment section, they are say rally, sapling or what, in California, where illegal drugs are a pandemic. Drugs are confiscated. Yeah, and we do not hear names of any suspect. Why? That's not something to compare with what is happening in Liberia. Yes, that's not something to compare with what is happening in Liberia. What is happening in Liberia now, this is something that is alarming for a country to be exporting drugs. That what you want to compare to in Maryland here, in my state I'm in, from Sunday to Saturday, I drive around. I can drive in the state 7 days a week without me seeing or the kid now they are not arresting drugs. People have drugs in cars, they think they are arresting them. That happened. But now in America, they will just go and take drugs from here to export it in another country. You know what it means? So you can compare that to say why they can arrest people with drugs and they can call names and things. Is that why you want to compare to the situation in Liberia right now? Stop doing that. Yes.
I mean, don't waste your time with people who are, you know.
Let me go. Let me go out and come back in, man. I think I hear the volume. I got a volume issue here. Let me go in and come back.
Okay. Well, don't listen to people who got no. I've reached a point where some of these people got no moral, they got no standard, they got no boss. The critics are saying thing on a job. We have to do the come to me excuses what it is. These people who are inconsistent, the fakers, the two-faced people, don't waste your time with them, man. Look, some of these people are not even important for you to waste your time with. They're not worth your time. They rally, simply what the other one like I can say Guanu, the foolish people that are passing around all day from different platforms, bunch of foolish people who call themselves men. They don't get no boss, they don't get nothing to say, they got no morals, they got no standard. The city they criticized back then, they will kind of change their tune. I don't kind of want to as well be saying I'll be wasting my time on. The other one called their Samuel Hollywood, those funny men that get funny me. So don't waste your time with the foolish people. They come here, they got nothing to do with their lives. Some of them they're family member, their parents, some of them are all they've been doing throughout their life. Some of them are even as old as they are. They live in America or abroad. They still feel the need to kiss their friend asses around. Sorry for my language. They still pass around and suck up. So these suckers, they don't listen to them. They're not serious group of people. I don't listen to these suckers. These guys are not serious. Don't mind them. They will come with a bunch of distractions. They will come with a bunch of foolishness to kind of, so don't waste your time with these people. These people are low lives. They got nothing going on for themselves. If these people really care about Labrador for 222, they care about Joseph Baga and the United Party, you know what they'll say? They will stand up and say, yes, we are men enough to say we still support the United Party, but the thing that was wrong yesterday is still wrong today. Around it. Because they don't care about Labrador, they care about what they can get, what their family member can get, and what they are in, what their family member, so they are protecting their interest. Because in CDC, the road went there, so CDC government will buy. Now that they're on the road and the party, it's okay. So they can justify it, cancel and say state of California there, and they can whatever it is. Where you living in California? You understand yourself? People are not serious group of people. These guys are not serious group. Some of them you go on their profile, you see them, they're older men and older women. They come in public and misbehave. Some of them they're punks. Now I'm making they can go on fake news, they can show their faces. They are punks. Some of them are punks. You other say one when I get nowhere to do. Maybe that's someone I know what that male that woman said that somebody who probably not get even the head straight. Say you're married one head. That's your married people. That's your married group of people. Yeah, well, maybe I'm telling you what to you have to go over to the news bulletin. I'm telling you what to do. Where's your time, foolish people?
Maybe we're not hearing you. Thank you. Mr. Conner, can you hear me?
I think maybe I got some volume issue.
Yeah, maybe you had to check your system.
Hearing earlier.
I think our people in the comment section are hearing. Oh, Mr. Kone, this president have to be serious for once. Baka had to be serious. People took their time and elected this man. You know, Liberia is not going anywhere anytime soon with this kind of mindset that some of us have. Because, not because you support a government. And this is what today I told one of my sisters. She from the Unity Party. She posting George, we are picture her, George, we are sitting, watching football game, this and that, all kind of thing. What you have to do with that? That man is now living his private life. Then you say, Joe, we are watching football game, and he can't talk about what is happening in the country. When you were in Pupu Water to remove him, you wanted him to be talking on national issue when you were campaigning to remove him. Now you should be. This is something that people should have to get that kind of mindset. You people brought this government to power today on the mantle of fighting drugs, and this is the question. President Bwaka said drugs were public enemy number one or whatsoever how he called it. But Mr. Kone said this man took over, having built one recreation center. This is 3 years now of his administration to say, oh yes, rehabilitation center that they will take people from the street and carry them there. Because this is something that brought you to power, that when you took over, there are 500,000 Grace May took to go buy cars after we are left cars. A government that came with policy to fight drugs, that money could have been used to build about 4 or 5 decent rehabilitation center. The moment you take office, boom, you start taking those guys from the ghetto, clearing them from the street, taking them there, bringing people to rehabilitate them, at the same time sending them to vocational school. These are things that people expected from you. When you said you came to fight drug, you were taking drug tests, this and that, all kinds of things. Today, the government cannot show one person that they are rehabilitated and make them to be useful in the society.
Let me just hold you right now.
Then how you just by you breaking down ghettos until you leaving those guys vulnerable to go in the graveyard until is that the job? Go after the cartels, not the consumer. Oh my God.
Well, Aliyu, are you getting me?
Yes, Mr. Kone.
Here's the thing, Aliyu. When people come on these platforms and sometimes you see people all of one threatening, insulting people, calling you all of the names here, it's all orchestrated to silence your voice. And we will not buy into the narratives. You know, this government came to power. Again, I will reiterate, everything that they condemned yesterday was bad yesterday. They have emulated everything. Everything. You can't name one thing that they condemned yesterday and they have not practiced. You know, this is a government you're going to 3 years now. Not a single clinic this government has built to say this is a clinic that the government has built that is in the interest of the police, or so and so forth. The previous government, immediately that government took power, they had the fortitude, the insight that indeed the military needed a hospital. Since 1847, it was that government that built the hospital. Today the military got to it in less than 2 years' time. That government saw the need to decentralize the health sector. Today you got a referral hospital way in the forest of the Bella Forest. It's there. That government saw the need to decentralize the judicial branch of government by building a judicial court in Riverside County, way in the interior. That government saw the need to build hospitals in southeastern region and so on and so forth. But today you have come. You can't point to one in 3 years now. But then you say you're in the interest of people healthcare. The healthcare, the facility that you get, you can't even maintain it. People go to it's direct at the front of the healthcare facilities. But yesterday, you say you're waiting. But you prioritize your well-being. In the history of that country, again, let me reiterate, Joseph Boakai ride the most expensive car than any other president in the history of that country. He's riding that. This is a man that today, the country is burdened with health care, that is taking care of him 100% health care. Because why? He had a pre-existing condition because he inherited the presidency. So, I mean, for you to come here and then criticize some things over and over, and then you do it in overdrive, is disappointing. And to think that people will keep silent on it, or because you have an elderly statesman that's supposed to, have become president, so nobody is like, it's an entitlement. This is my right. I must get it. Just do it for me. I'm special than any other person in this country. That's the mindset the Unity Party people and the supporters and the collaborators think that it should be. John Brown, when you do it, we criticize it. When Peter Paul, when you do it, is our right. We are entitled. So it's frustrating. Like I said today, Joshua went in the Middle East to give him Jesse. They paraded that Jesse. Oh, let me hear. They are their footballing president. That's why they do when you go to the prison, you didn't bring anything. They gave Jesse. But that Jesse led to a medical hospital. So let's see what Ghana will build one of those medical hospitals for all by giving President Parker Jesse in Ghana. All right. So everything that you condemn yesterday, you're doing there. So what else can we talk about today? You have a country that the drug issue is an epidemic that is dragging the country down. The younger generations, you have made the previous government appear that deliberately they came in the country and drug all the young people in our country. That they have nothing to do, but on a daily basis, they were traveling plane and bringing drugs to the country. But today, you are in a position under your watch that your country has become an exporting country of drugs. To the point that today the international community is heavily critical of your government. You understand? So, I don't know how to put it, but this is embarrassing. And like I said, the other time I know Steve in the president, we were on the show. We decided to give the president the benefit of the doubt. The president did not even speak to us in person. It was a recorded voice that he told the people, he said we should exercise restraint. But Mr. President, we have exercised restraint on numerous issues that you have put under investigation, and up to today's day, there is no finding on those investigations. The country has been invaded, and there is no finding. The country is today occupied by a foreign army. And you still say the people should wait.
What is happening? What is happening in Lofa County today? If that was under the CDC administration, you will see the Unity Party. They will be like
call for the dethronement of that government. Long time. They are called for the dethronement. If it was under the CDC, they are called for the dethronement of that government. You understand, Ali? Ali, keep deliberating. Okay, let me go.
Yes, you see. Okay? The problem here, like what is happening today in Lofa County, if that was to be under the CDC government, but now you see Unity Party people, we told you he's incompetent, he knows nothing about governance. Boakai, at his age, he promised Liberian people transparency, accountability. Today, see the issue about the Lofa border. Your own country that you're coming from, your own people have been displaced. See what is going on. They say you are a man of wisdom, love Liberia, think Liberia, build Liberia. You can't come out to tell the Liberian people or your own people, oh yes, I went Guinea, I met Dumia, this is what was discussed there. Today, you can't tell them anything. People say, oh yes, this is a man of wisdom. And I can understand Joseph Boakai, he's a hypocrite. And that's how his followers are. Yesterday, and this is why when I say Unity Party people, the president building roads, the president doing this, the president doing that. Where were you yesterday when Joseph Boakai condemned the building of roads? What did Boakai say? Boakai said, why should we be building roads where people don't have job in the country? Because people use road, you have to get in your car, you get on your keke, you get on your cycle, motorbike, whatsoever to go to work. But how will a government be building roads when he cannot provide job for the people? What is the essence of building roads? You're supposed to ply on these roads to go to work. So Liberian people, road was not what they needed. What Liberian people needed was job. That was what Bwaka said. He's on the record. Why should you be building road when the people don't even say have job? Then what would be the importance of the road? You're supposed to ply on the road to go to work. Those sidewalk roads and things. Why is Bwaka building roads now? And some of you with those chicken brains, I don't know how you can be thinking, but you people are all hypocrites. Because he condemned the building of road yesterday that Liberia never needed road, they needed job. You can't build roads in the country where people don't even say hard job. Then what would be the importance of the road? People, you get a good road, you use that road to go to work to get food for you and your family. But you can't just build road and you're lying down there, nobody can even walk on that road to go to work. So he was coming to create job for the Liberian people. And you want people to be said that Eddie King 12 years he build roads. We are King 6 years he build road. Joseph Wakatu road. When are we going to have a government, like I always say, that we come and talk about agriculture, talk about quality healthcare, education, safe drinking water, electricity, the economy. So only road Liberian people need, and Bwaka as an 80-year-old man who say he been in government, he know why the country is faced with what Liberian people need, and it's the issue of job. Where are the jobs? Is this the job, the 70,000 job he talked about, is this the job Bwaka had created to turn Liberia into a just cartel, to open Liberia to just importing, exporting now? That's the 70,000 job he created. This is not good. As old as Bwaka is, when is he going to be sincere and real to the Liberian people for once? All of his saying, when he says something you know, when he say 1, you check that 5. When he say 5, you check that 10. When you say 1, you check everything. They are all lies. Where are the jobs you promised? Because he said road was not necessary. Free education was not necessary. You see, paying Wall Street was not necessary. Building hospital was not necessary. Building school was not necessary. What Liberian people needed were jobs. Where are the jobs? And some of you that listen to those things, you're supporting. Have you asked yourself, what have this man done? The promises he made, or he condemned rule yesterday, but he running behind rule. Yes. What sense does that make? Today, locally, like the last time Mayborn, a lady who died right in front of Redemption Hospital, the child that she left behind, government even said care to know how that child surviving. You see, look at the health sector today in the country, look at the educational sector. Joseph Bwaka said he's an agriculturist. When he become a president, Liberia will no longer import rice into the country. He's on record for saying that. How much is the agriculture budget? Are we still not importing rice into the country under his administration? And you will see those beheaded chickens, they will be like, oh, Josh, we have played soccer. What did he do for the country? Where are the stadium he built? Okay, he didn't do it. Bwaka is an agriculturist. Where are the agriculture farm in the country now? Are you decentralized agriculture across the country? How many farming equipment you have brought to the country now that when you go Nima, you go Grand Gila, you go Bapolo, you go Sino County, all over people doing agriculture there. Like he promised the Liberian people that when he become president, we will no longer suffer for our stable food. We will not import rice into the country again. Because when they talk about agriculture, he's number one. Where are the chinches in the agriculture sector? And for you to put the government feet to the fire for them to do what they promised the Liberian people, that you can be proud tomorrow to say, oh yes, I didn't work in people water for nothing. I was not in comment section insulting people for nothing. This is what I voted for, and I can see it today. What had this government done to outperform the CDC? Yesterday he says George Weah were bringing drugs into the country. George Weah is no longer in power. When George Weah was in power, we had Kush. George Weah is no longer in power. You get about 5 to 6 different drugs in the country. Where are they coming from? Who is now bringing the drugs? But remember, when Joseph Bwaka was vice president, his convoy, they arrested drugs in his convoy. What did he say? Drugs can be used for recreation purposes. So now in president, now he continue bringing drugs for recreation purposes. The Unity Party was the one that started bringing drugs into that country the 12 years of their administration. And they continue to do the same thing because some of them had the edge to work in the Weah administration. So they were doing the same thing. It had caught up with them today. You want to talk about, oh yeah, we have $100 million worth for drug into the country. Yes, it happened. But people were arrested. And they were taken to court. But because the government never had sufficient evidence, and the court said they couldn't hold those people, and they let them go, and they destroyed the drugs. But this is 2 weeks now. Who have been arrested in this $19 million drug case? So what have you done to outperform the CDC when it comes to drugs? Because $100 million worth of drugs were arrested in the country. People were arrested as well, and they went to court, even though they went free. But your own drugs, now how many people have been arrested since then? And the government keep hiding things. And you don't need a rocket scientist to tell you. And I will see some people, oh, you want them to call name. When they call name, you shouldn't say that which one. The Unity Party that don't even say want to see opposition existing in Liberia. If opposition were into this, by now we're hearing different things. We told you, the papaking to fresh drugs, ARCA, but now people name all over. If it was just a common man, but now they finish calling name. You don't need a rocket scientist to tell you. The same thing that happened with Brian McGill. We had to do forensic. We had to do DNA. We had to get the American embassy involved. Why? Because it was one of them. So the whole issue about rape case is changing Liberia. The same thing today with the drugs issue. You listen to Oslo Tour saying that, or when they call people name, it will undermine the credibility and the integrity of the investigation. Oslo Tour, where were you doing the Olson case? Every 2-3 days, they are calling me. Gregory Coleman gave me briefing, calling people names of suspect, carrying them for investigation. If they didn't undermine the credibility and the integrity of the investigation that time. But this will undermine the integrity and the credibility of the investigation. Oslo Tour, one of the renowned and best lawyer in Liberia. See how you putting yourself in the dish of this irresponsible and reckless government that you're serving in. Why is it that people can build their character, their integrity, but when it comes to government job, and then they just slide in the mud and destroy themselves? And wherein you were surviving, you were living before you could get that position. Yesterday, when they were calling name, if they didn't undermine the credibility and the integrity of the Olson case, but today when they call name, it will undermine the investigation of the drugs case. How many people have been arrested in the first place that it will undermine the investigation? Which investigation is going on when we haven't heard anybody name that have been arrested to this drugs issue? So which investigation it will undermine? To have a president who came to say he's fighting drugs. He pretends to be fighting drugs, wherein he there bringing in drugs cartel in the country. They are now importing and exporting drugs since 1847. July 26, Liberia gave independent. Which one of the Liberian president had turned Liberia into a narco state to be exporting drugs? Joseph Boakai. He's the one. If you actually came to fight drugs in our country, we were going to see how many rehabilitation centers you have built across the country, how many children have been rehabilitated, and then find something for them to do to be useful children to their parents. How many? You call one person name that this government had taken to a rehabilitation center on their own expense and rehabilitate, then send them to a vocational school, and today find something for them to do. If you actually came to fight drugs, like when we are a senator, people going to your office for school fee, for wire fee, University of Liberia and thing. Even doing the work when he came to help disarm people, while he was telling them, put the gun down, we will give you free education. When he was senator, he told people, the day we take control of this country, we give free education and all of these things. Our old people that living in Zin Sharp, Zin Round, we gain a decent living. And the moment he won the presidency, immediately he started putting policy in play. University of Liberia that people used to go 4 o'clock to go stand online to register. They digitize that. You can just sit to your house now. You don't have to go stand in mosquito 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning to register to attend the university. He make it free. When you come to WAS, he say government will take responsibility of that. Across the country today, people who said their mother and father born and they were living in hut, they put or live over houses, gave them decent living. What have Bwaka done to impact the lives of the Liberian people? Even I always ask a question, those people that were in Mosorado County, I'm talking about Bomi, I'm talking about Kakatan, or I'm talking about Bapolu, Mbopolu, but where in Mosorado County, what have the government done to impact the lives of the people within Mosorado County? When you have people right in Mosorado County, children are still sitting on the bare floors. Right in Mosorado County, people cannot get a stable electricity. Current is just the Christmas light. Right in Mosorado County, people cannot even get a safe drinking water. The last time I came across a video in Speedway, people say for over 1 year now, they had to go and fetch dirty water, that why they can cook with, that why they can wash with. Why? Because according to them, they cannot afford 10 Liberian dollars for them to go and buy a bucket of water or gallon of water. Right in Mosorado County, what have Bwaka done to impact the lives of the Liberian people in Mosorado? I'm not talking about the entire country. Right in Mosorado, what have he done to impact the lives of the people? When right in the state capital, people cannot get safe drinking water, people cannot get stable electricity, people cannot even, you see school building, all the windows, the doors, they are all on roof. And then government talking about building 100 schools. Make it make sense to me. Is that the wisdom Bwaka has? When you get thousands of schools across the country dilapidated, you cannot think about trying to renovate those schools to modernize them. But you leave it there, you're talking about it, but it was just a lie. Because he said in January, this is June we are in. They have not yet put down a single structure. These are all lies. And we have to put the interest of Liberia above our political, those useless political parties and useless politicians that we all support. Liberia should be number one. Those useless liars, corrupt, quick people, they will come and go, but Liberia will never go. If we want to see a better country, the only way we will have a better country is when we stay in the sun and elect people. We should be able to checkmate them. We put their feet to the fire so that we can be proud of what we stood in the rain and in the sun for. But if we say because we stood in the rain, we stood in the sun, and we elected you, so whether you do good, whether you do bad, we will go ahead and sing praises to you. We are not ready yet to have a better country. This is why I always say Liberia will not be a better country anytime soon till we can change our mindset to know what is good for us. Me, I can always tell people, we only say this thing for our people that back home. I have nothing to lose. I'm in a country. I go to work. I pay taxes. The taxes are paid. My children get quality education. They get quality health care. What I get to lose? I'm not rich. I'm not poor. I eat what I want to eat. My children eat what they want to eat. Because why? I pay taxes. But Liberia, you pay taxes to your government. Okay, man. Liberia, you pay taxes to the government, and the taxes you pay, it may no impact in your life. But only politicians, they ride big cars, build big mansions and things. And then when you elect another people, when they continue to do the same thing, like Mr. Kumi said, you continue to do one thing over and over, and you expect to have a better result. That's the highest level of insanity. That's being stupid. You can't keep electing people that bring no change in your life. And sometimes we say some of these things because of some people today, only God knows their future. Why if people tomorrow, God will not give them the opportunity to leave that country, to get a better living? Everybody cannot leave the country. This is why we want a government that will change the lives of the people. This 80-year-old man, yesterday people say, oh yes, George Weah, you see George Weah, the watch he can wear. You see George Weah shoe, according to Darius Delon, you see George Weah building condominiums. If we elect President Boakai, this old man don't have time for luxury life. He don't have time for all of these things, and we will get a better country. Today, the watch Joseph Boakai is wearing, if you sell that watch, you know how many people's lives they can impact. The shoes Boakai wearing today, those were things that they criticize we have for. He was wearing big watches. He was wearing shoes that cost 800, 900. Is Boakai doing anything different from that? Is Boakai now wearing the same for $50,000, $70,000, $80,000 watches that we are wearing? What have he done different? Can you compare the car Boakai driving now to that of George Weah, or president who came to rescue Liberian people? In your own mind, what the essence of going to buy $1.2 million car when the former president left car that you can use? And they said he never had time for flashing light. Today you get an 80-year-old president that is now a bluff ball. When he make it, he use Lexus to go to work. When he make it, he use Land Cruiser or whatsoever to go to work. Does that make any sense to you? Is that a rescue? Like Jeremiah Kun said, Boakai brain is drowning down, and people just look at that opportunity. This man, we can use him to exploit this country. You get a president that is not transparent to the Liberian people. Look at today, $10 million United States dollar project in Lofa County. He said, I never knew about it. When you got to know, what did you do? This is what we call leadership. People, when they took 10 million of Liberian people taxpayer money and went and built mansion, you say, oh, they were doing it. They didn't tell me. If I were to know, they knew it, they were going to tell me, I was not going to agree. But when you got to know, what did you do about it? This is where leadership comes in. Who are those that went and put a structure down there? This and that, you call them and you fire every one of them. Then Liberian people will say, oh yes. But you got to know you didn't do anything about it. When you brought yellow machine in the country today, gentleman agreement, this and that, they see for your mansion, oh yes, that MRU project, oh private individuals are contributing to this project. Later on, it's a government project. Look at the lies, the contradiction on the one project. As a male of wisdom at your age, why will you do Boakai in such a situation? You who came to rescue the Liberian people. When you say this, my hate for Boakai or the government cannot move the government 1 inch. What the essence of hitting government? It makes no sense. You see, but we only say this thing because by everyone will belong to a political party, but we should put the interests of Liberia above political party and our personal interests. That's all. Yesterday, he said we are never had respect for rule of law. You're kicking out. What have you done to outperform George Weah when it comes to rule of law? What have you done different? Nothing. Yesterday, he said people need a job in the country. This is 3 years of your administration. How many jobs have you created to outperform Weah when it comes to job creation? Nothing. When it comes to drugs, you say George Weah were bringing drugs in the country, destroying the youth. Liberian people say yes. Every mother, the pain they can go through. You give birth to your child. You expect them to become somebody useful so that tomorrow when you old, they will take care of you. And you have a government that bringing in drugs, destroying those children. They say, no, this government is not good. Let's bring a government that will try to get rid of this drugs issue. What have you done to outperform the previous administration when it comes to drugs? You are even done worse than even the Manaseni that you serve under as vice president. 12 years of Manaseni presidency. Did you ever hear that Liberia was exporting drugs into Europe? Not even in other African countries, but into Europe. George Weah 6 years that he was bringing Kush to destroy the youth of the country. Did you ever hear that he was exporting drugs out of the country to Europe? You just gone 2 years, 6 months. You have been caught in exporting drugs. And because your government officials are involved today and you decide to place mute on it, you telling them to wait, investigate. Who are they investigating when no arrests have been made, Bwakai? Is that the wisdom? Is that why you people voted for? Are you really proud of Bwakai the way in which he proceeded? Can you look at the way he proceeded? You feel proud that, oh yes, no, I didn't regret walking in the poo-poo water. Think about it. Look at Liberia image today. The UK is complaining Liberia to America. America #1 greatest ally is exporting drugs into our country. If they were together, they were going to be the consumer, destroy their own youth. America's greatest ally, Liberia, is on the United Nations Security Council. They are exporting drugs from their country to Europe. Liberia, one of the 20 countries that was selected that you can go and get visa to come to America. They are exporting drugs from their country to Europe to destroy the youth. Are you thinking about that? Are you proud of the poo-poo water you walk in to see the government that you brought to power doing this thing? Are you really proud of yourself? When they say, hey, you say, oh, you can tell, you like it? Even go and post something in Bwaka to be him lay up to 50 years. It had no effect on my life and the lives of my children. That's your business. When I go Liberia, the highest 1 month, I come by. Are you proud of yourself? Is that why you voted for? What have you done to outperform we are on the land of drugs? What have you done to outperform we are on the land of creating jobs for the Liberian people? What have you done to outperform the previous administration when it comes to electricity, it comes to drinking water? All of these things, what have you done differently that Liberian people can say, yes, we are proud of you? And this is why our government will continue to fail. The same thing happened during the CDC administration. When they were there, people were sinking them because they brought them to power, so they couldn't see their fault to put their feet to the fire. Where are they today? The same thing will happen that coming to happen to Bwakai. Because they brought him today, they can't put his feet to the fire. And this is just to show the Liberian people that the Unity Party, they are hypocrite, they are deceptive, they don't mean well for that country. Yesterday, the Yeke Koluba that was on Kahus in the street, cursing George Weah man, cursing Junior Howard Taylor, Mrs. Weah, Claire Marie Weah, and other prominent people in the country for corruption and bad governance. The Unity Party, they hail him. He sees as in talking, you cannot intimidate him, you cannot impeach him, you cannot suspend him, you cannot expel him. But they came to power and continue to do those same things. When Yeke want put their feet to the fire, they bounce back, they say he crazy man. Do you really love Liberia? When things that you criticized yesterday and somebody supported you, because all of you were criticizing that thing, they stood by you to remove Weah. And now you came and you continue to do the same. If we can have like 10 or 20 or Yeke in our house that put the interests of Liberia and Liberians above their personal interests, we will have a better country. If we can get people that Yeke that when they bring you to power and when you flip-flop, they whistle you, they give it to you, we will get a better country. But if we will just get people who are after their bellies, when they bring you to power, and then they can criticize you because why they already get a job. I listen to Jeremy Pia talking nonsense. That's just another empty drum that Bwakai went and put over there. He calling people empty. He just an empty drum. He wouldn't make noise. Those people supposed to be with the city mayor to be cleaning the city. He want to be in that place. But this I think I always say, people sit in America here, they don't even say have a part-time job, and then you take them, you go, you give them job that they're making 5,000, 6,000. You think they will disagree with you? No. They will not disagree with you. Anything you do, they will praising you. People that were sitting in America here to even go abroad, they couldn't go abroad because they couldn't afford to even buy a plane ticket to go to Liberia. When they were appointed in government, people had to put money around to buy a plane ticket to go Liberia. You think when such a person go Liberia to where they want to disagree with a government? No. Because when I disagree with the papi, he fire me, I go by America, I go sit down in basement, I'll be going from party to party, I'll be drinking liquor. Let me be here, I'll be praising in the papi. And this is why Liberia is not going anywhere. If we will continue giving people jobs based on political party affiliation and friendship, not based on their qualification and what they can bring to the country. Yesterday, when John Molu said bringing people to work in Liberia is not a bad thing, but let's get that term of reference. Their experience, their qualification, what they are coming to change, what are they bringing to the table to transform our country? And they went against it, they kicking out to them. Why? Because they know they had nothing to carry back to the country to help transform the country. And this is why you see the country is what it is today. You see, we need a leader, somebody who is innovative, somebody who is transformative. Like Mr. Dishi will always say, we don't need a president. We need a leader that knows how to lead the country. Not just somebody, we tired with those promises that politicians will continue making. It's just like we the men and the women out there, you will tell her all the sweet thing, I love you, like coconut and like plum love tree, like coconut love tree, this and that. The moment you sleep with her, all that thing finish. This is how politicians are. The moment you give them the power, all the promises they made, they know they're already there. You cannot take them from there again. This is so sad for our country. This just issue is a great disgrace and embarrassment to our country today. Every country, this is America, the greatest country in the world. The people bringing Georgia through the airport or through the freeport, through the tunnel, they finding all means. They just cartel. You can't joke. These are billionaires. Bwakai Turkey say we break the cartel. You want to break the cartel? Break the one that you already established first in your country, that you know of. Then you're talking about breaking cartel. The one you already know of, that under your feet, you see them every day. They salute you. Mr. President, Mr. President, when are you going to set precedent? You talk about fighting corruption. When you came to power, your government official doing this, doing that. Learn how to set precedent. People will say, the old man, yes, he meant it. Today, see people like Musa Hassan Berete. They tell you Berete not get money, that he could do everything for his son to walk out free today. He got the money, he can do it. And you went, I know. But he said, no. The issue about drugs is not good. Let my son go and serve his time. When he leave from there, he will learn. Musa Berete set precedent on his own son. He said, let me carry him. He got the money, he could do everything to get his son free. When will Baka set precedent? The drug case that in the country right now. He getting briefing. He know who are those that are involved. But Liberian people talking, they say, yo, let me move from in front and then say I go lay down Ghana. Let they be talking that nonsense. When the entire land knows will go down. Liberia thing that just 1-2 with them feeling. Is this the men that came to transform the country? Is this the men that came to fight drugs? Where the cartel, they are living with you, they eat with you, they sleep with you, they drink with you every day. And you see them, you know them. When are you going to set precedent, Bwakai, at your age? When will people look at example as a case study? They say, oh yes, when you go to that country, yes, we need to do this, we need to do that. We saw this in that country. When a 178 years old country, nobody can look at Liberia as a case study. when it comes to stable electricity, we are still there begging Africa's other countries for electricity. Look at your age. Look at Ivory Coast. Look at Ghana. Look at Sierra Leone. You see, when it comes to safe drinking water, say in the country, people are still struggling right in Mosorado County to get safe drinking water. 178 years old country. But you elect people, every 3 years you buy them for the $5,000 car. Every 3 years you buy them for the $5,000 car. You pay for their horse, the horses they lady, you pay for it. You gain them scratch gas, everything you pay for it. Yet then still they are not putting the interest of the country first. Like yesterday, I went to vote for my senator so she can get her third term. She been senator since Trump first term. From there, Joe Biden, and then we will make sure she be re-elected again this coming November. Why? Because of what she's doing to impact the lives of her people. But we vote for representatives, we vote for senators to enrich themselves, to impact their lives and not the lives of the Liberian people. What have this government done differently to outperform the previous administration today? This is the question. What have really changed in the country? What have changed? When you get this kind of thing that bring big disgrace to the country today, internationally, and the government cannot tell you anything, they say your Jalife will go under the ground. And you get an 80 years old president that's supposed to be, Bwaka could be one of the best presidents ever in the history of Liberia. I always say this. Like Tai Wongbe said, anything the president when he get it, he get full control over the Senate, the House of Representatives, the judicial branch of government. But you can only use that power to dismantle the House. When are you going to use that same power for you to be able to transform the country? When are you going to do that? You see, you will use the legislature. I want the speaker. Oh yes, I want the other representative. I want this other person. I want the other person. I want this. I want that. Everything you want, you getting it. So this is time that you use the same legislature to make sure they pass bill, budget, the concession, they review those concessions that will be in the interest of the Liberian people. Because why you say that, why they can do anything you tell Rachel, he will go by it. So use the same horse to transform the country, but don't just use them to dismantle the one another. Today, the House of Representatives, nobody can speak, because the moment you speak, they will go after you. You see, the moment you speak, they will go after you. See how disgusting it is. See, for lawmaker to bow down to the executive, they are the fourth branch of government. They are there to keep the executive in check. But today, the executive is the one keeping them in check. What disgraceful thing is this that we have seen today? Yesterday, we that shipping from America, other part of the world to Liberia, they said the issue about CTN and Mete, it was George Weah that brought those people in because he's a shareholder. Bwaka, Joseph Numa Bwaka, is on the record that when he became president of Liberia, we will never ever hear what they call CTN and Mete in our country. This is 3 years of his administration. And they renewed the agreement to 25 years. Is this what you voted for? Are you proud of that? Or government that told you say CTN Mete, they are the cause of the port being expensive and the hardship that in the country. That when he come, we're not going to see CTN and Mete, he will kick them out. And you clap for him, he say, yes, we trust Mr. Bwakai. Today, where is CTN and Mete? Are you proud of him for that? Is that why you voted for? When he promised you that he was going to get rid of CTN and Mete? Look at Ashland Mita today. Look at the people in Nima County. He went there. He praised them. They are doing well. They renewed that agreement. See the lives of our brothers and sisters in Nima. They are still sleeping in continuous and thing. But the president went there. He clapped for them. When Liberia people were talking, he said, let me be talking their nonsense. Let me go France and go sign that deal and be feeling with that one. I care for them. Is this why you voted for? What is the change really? Me, I let to go about to other counties. Mosoralo County, what is the change right in Mosoralo that you can go, you say, oh yes. And I will see some people, they will be like, I came across about 3 or 4 person Unity Party supporters that went to Liberia. They came, oh, the country is okay. When you go, when I ate this other food, I ate this other food. Are you in your right mind? Now that I'm going to Liberia, I send my food stuff, I send everything ahead of me. When I go to Liberia, I eat what I want to eat. If I say, okay, yeah, we eat $20 per day, and I'm eating the best of food I want to eat. The common men are over there that can't even say get $500 to eat and to provide food. So because I went to Liberia, I can eat $20 a day. I get everything to my house. I can go in the market when you say lobster, that even $5 US, I just open my wallet, I pay for it. When you say this other thing, I want $1,000, I just pay for it. Does that mean the country is okay? Because I sat down and prepared myself 3-4 months ahead that I was going home, and when I eating whatsoever I want to eat. And the least man over there, he thinking how to even say get $100 liberty to buy donut for his children in the morning. Does that mean the country okay? You see how deceptive and hypocritical the Unity Party are? They will go Liberia when they can, they will be there, they be posting, oh, the country okay now. See, the other thing are coming from buying it. That lobster that you bought for $30 US. My somo, flomo, that in the village there or right in Liberia, they able to afford like $30 to go buy lobster. If you want to know Liberia is good when you go in, just buy your plane ticket, you go. Don't go with no money. Go and see if the country is okay. Yeah, just go and be taking money from the ground. But wherein you will take 4-5 months to prepare your budget to go to the country, and when you go there, you enjoying the best of life, you get in your car, you go where you want to go, everything is okay with you, then you say, oh yeah, the government is proceeding well. Does that make any sense? You see, what is happening in the country? Now we get a Liberian National Muslim Council, we get a Liberian Council of Churches, we get all the civil society organizations in the country. Send them just business. None of them has spoken. Why? Yesterday, my so-called chief imam, Sheikh Ali Ukraine, used to have press conferences 3-4 times a week on the WIA administration about drugs, about bad governance, about the economics. 3-4 times a week Ali Ukraine. Likewise, the Liberia Council of Churches, the civil society organization in the country. So are these people telling us that the way the government is proceeding today, they are happy? You see? Are they telling us the way the government is proceeding? Because things that liquidity side, they used to have press conferences. Yesterday, those things are happening times 10. Or because they never had job, they never had government job. That's why yesterday they were criticizing those things. I will be going to Liberia. I prepare myself, everything. Oh yes, when I go, I'm there for 30 days. Okay, this is how much I will spend a day on food, and this and that. My car, everything is there. I set all of my things. And when I go, I drive, I go anywhere I want to go. I eat whatsoever I want to go. They are, oh yeah, Josh, we are doing well. The people complaining that the country hard. But you see our government doing well. You see, I went in the market today, I bought Kangway for $500. Yes, everything is okay in the country. Am I mad? Am I stupid? The common man out there, can he even provide that $500? We need to stop doing this thing. Some of them today, they will say that during the Samuel Tuwe case, every night then they on their podcast and thing. But today they just issue. Why you can, if you have really loved the country they call Liberia, if you put the interest of Liberia above your personal interest, above your political party, why are you not on podcast today to question the government that you supported, that came to fight you? Why are you not asking them the tough question? Our government, we brought you people to power. What is going on? Why are you people not speaking to us? But they are not doing that. They will not do it. But they claim that they love the country. When you support the government, whether they do good, they do bad, you should praising them. You go on your podcast then now and question your government. But they will say that they will not talk. The same thing with the local border issue today. Are there any representative, senator, or government official to talk about it? You lose your job. You get an 80-year-old president in a country that will look at national issue and in no ill and nothing is happening. If Bwakai people can be displaced in Lufakate, he cares less about it. To even tell them the cost of them being displaced today, he can't tell them. Then you think the people of Grand Gile, Nima Kante, Maryland, Grand Cayman, tomorrow when people come and take part of your land, you think Joseph Bwakai will talk about it? When they play that he claimed that he coming from where he was born in Lofa County, when people have been displaced today, and he cares less to say anything about it, to be transparent enough to tell them the reason why this land was invaded. You know, Aliyu Masale came and he was dragging, he was mining illegally, and that's how the people came. They seized all his equipment and they came, they took the place today. That was the cause. And when I went Guinea, that while the people told me, but this is what the government is doing for us to see how to resolve that issue. How Baka tell you why he went to Guinea for while they discussed? He talked yesterday, he talked about transparency and accountability. Is he being transparent enough? When he told you, oh yeah, the issue about the $10 billion project, they never told him because they know if they tell him, he was not going to agree. When you got to know what did you do to those people that when they took taxpayer money or whatsoever money, maybe that they see drugs money, then they put in that Lufa County project. But thank to me, Mr. Alexander Benedict Cummings, by writing the LACC, the US Embassy, the EU, about that project, this government must tell us the source of funding for that project. The government must tell us. This government must tell us. We need to know. You say you are a culturist. When you become president, Liberia will never import food rice again in the country. You say you bring in 285 yellow machine in the country. One farming equipment is not among them. And I listened to another person talking, oh yes, they brought you know what they call yellow machine or eye moving equipment? First of all, this is why the government lied to the lie about everything. You have to be specific. If you say, oh yes, I'm bringing 285 yellow machine or eye moving equipment, among those eye moving equipment, there will be pickup trucks, there will be dump trucks, and you outline all of these things. So do you refer to pickup as eye moving equipment in your own sense? All the time you went to school from ABC to 12th grade from 12th grade to college, whoever told you, oh yeah, pickup like eye moving equipment? Make sense to me. If you telling why you bringing 285 yellow machine or eye moving, we don't expect pickup trucks then to be in that number. You bringing dump truck 18 make sense to me. All your school days, they tell you say pickup truck like eye moving equipment. Somebody even say that, oh, the spare part and all they bringing in money 285 yellow machine spare part. Where in the world did you learn that when you were in school that spare part that a pile of eye moving equipment? These are the people that claim to be educated. According to them, they are the most educated people and sophisticated people that know how to govern well. But see how our country is going today. It has turned to a narco state, second to Guinea-Bissau. It is not strange to me when Bwakai Convoy was arrested with drugs in it when he was vice president. What did he say? They use drugs for recreation purposes. So that the same thing you're doing in your government, bringing drugs to the country, today should be it for recreation purposes. What have you done to outperform the previous administration on the line of drugs? You came to fight drugs. 3 years now, almost 3 years of your administration. One rehabilitation center you have not yet built. Somebody that actually came to fight drugs, that what the team was going to see in Mosoralo County, in the various county rehabilitation center being built all around. As you break it down the ghetto, you grab it and you carry them. They treating them, then we say yes. But you break down the ghetto, then they go in the graveyard. You say, yeah, breaking down ghettos. You go after the consumer, and you are not going after the cartel, the people that bring in it. If Joseph Baka, you like I said, bring 10,000 yellow machine, you spread it across the country. That's your business. But I don't really know. This government, I don't know up to today's day when you ask them what is the national development plan of the Unity Party that they will use to drive the arrest agenda through. They can show it to you. 3 years now, they can tell you that national development plan for the country. Yes. Look at the educational sector today. What is the change? When right in Montserrat County, students are still sitting on the bare floors, right in Montserrat County. And Baka was brave enough to go on the State of Nation address openly and blend the line to Liberian people that now the education system one child to a chair. When right in Carrisburg, just last week, there's a school that the children are sitting on the floor. There's a school that no window, no ceiling. What have changed in the education system? You carry Jaso Jala for America here. People say she was going to change the system. What have changed? When she telling people to pay graduation fee, telling people to pay registration fee, all your lives in America here, which one of the public school you are seeing people paying or registration fee? Or even graduation fee? My daughter just graduated. All my children saying I've been in the country are having paid or dying when you come to graduation fee. What have you changed? The last time they say, oh, the government bringing school feeding program. One school up to now, they now carry a cup of water there for people's children to have during lunchtime. These are people that live from here, they go back home and nothing they go change. But they say, oh yes, the government came to rescue. Oh, not a rescue government. George Weah will weigh $50,000 while you're criticizing, and today Baka weighing $80,000 wash. What have changed? George Weah was wearing $600 shoe. They criticize today Baka wearing $1,000 shoe. What have changed? Yesterday, George Weah built condominiums for the 8 condominium. When you go check it today, it not even say read 20, but Baka built $10 million mansion. All the time Baka was vice president. You ever heard about Baka Foundation? But today you're using almost $1 million to build warehouse. Is that a rescue? When you thought they say we are did it. Did you come to power to change what we are doing, or you keen to even do more than what we are doing? When you thought they cost you. You see? What have changed? The education system is just damaging than ever before. The same thing, but it is not shrink. The Unity Party people, these are people, they don't believe in the least man child being educated, because why they always want to use them as slave. When Manaseli took power in that country, what did she say? The education system was mess. What did she do to upgrade it? The only thing she was doing, she sent people there abroad. You go, you get a degree, you working with government. But she couldn't do nothing within 12 years to upgrade the education system. The previous administration came and decided to build schools and things to upgrade the system so that the least man child. What have this government done different? What have they changed there to elevate it? The same thing Eddie and Baka said for 12 years in that country. They were using the RIA. What did Eddie say? The RIA rule was a death trap. 12 years of her administration, what did she do on the RIA rule? When she said it was a death trap, she left it like that, she went. It was the previous administration that came to start changing it. And they came today, they were doing it, they have put stop to it because no money. They are not thinking about how to put money together. And this is why I can always say this. I'm not from ANC, but I just love Mr. Kumi. I love him so dearly. And if we could get a leader or president that will have this mindset of Mr. Alexander Benedict Cummings, Liberia will move forward. Because this man, the level of transformation he wants in our country, but because Liberia people see that when he become president, he don't have the corruption in him, and the people want somebody that gets some of the corruption in there, so that when they come, they too they will blend with you to steal. Why you think the Unity Party did everything? Bwaka did everything to destroy the CPP, or I know how they call it. I already know CPP or something like that, or CCP. I already know. Why you think he did everything to destroy it? He and his surrogate, because they knew that if we get Mr. Alexander Cummings with us, we will not be able to exploit this country the way we will when Bwaka is the president. So we need to do everything to get rid of him. This was their target. That they want to come, they sell for 12 years, they stole and they mismanaged it. So they felt that, oh no, we have to come back. Yesterday when Bwaka said people were living in Zimra, today they get mansion, this and that, they looting the country resources. What is his government official doing today? They were not living in Zimra, they are not building mansions today. What have changed? They go to that project overnight. Because they felt to themselves that this Mr. Alexander Cummings man, when we get him around us, it will not be good for us. The plane will come away for us to loot this country. This man will not allow us. We need to get rid. Listen to Mr. Cummings. When he said, I can raise the country budget to $1 billion. And when I raise the country budget to $1 billion, how is going to impact the lives of the common man out there? Listen to him. When he outlined this thing, when you raise the country budget to $1 billion, how you will straighten the education sector, those wasteful spending, buying lawmaker for the $5,000 2 times, after every 3 years you buy them for the $5,000 car, giving a gas allowance, a scratch card. Listen to this man, how he talk about cutting down wasteful spending. So a black guy really had Liberia at heart, listening to Mr. Alexander Benedict Cummings, his policy put in place to when he raised the country budget to $1 billion, how it is going to impact the lives of the Liberian people. And you know, you want to put the interests of Liberia first. That's the kind of person you want to align with. And then you people who the supporters of Bwakai, you will say, oh yes, this man, those economic policy, he presented it to we are. And we are, they didn't listen to him. We are, they didn't take it. But for us who really love this country, we want to see a level of transformation in this country. We will love for President Bwaka to work with them to use those policies to transform the country. But no, they don't want transformation. You see, they don't want transformation. So they kick him out for them to bring somebody that they can use. And like I said, I think 1 or 2 months ago when Mr. Cummings spoke to what is radio station in OKFM, and I said the same thing. It is not too late for President Bwaka if he can just listen to that speech, but he lacks leadership ability. That's the problem. So even if he listen to it, he's weak. He will not go by it. But if he was somebody that has leadership ability, he's strong enough. He had the mindset to move that country forward. He could just listen to that thing he called his inner circle. We need to do this. What the man said. And then you will see. It is not too late. President Bwaka still had time. But when I see President Bwaka just went 2 years and he started asking for them to give him time, I knew very well that they had already failed. He was just telling Liberian people literally that, oh yes, we are already filled up for the first 6 years. So the time he asking for that another 6 years. That's another 6 years. He asking for, because he know they have already missed their step to move the country forward. And this is so sad that Bwaka at his age, he had no policy, he had no agenda to really move Liberia forward. Yesterday, you said harmonization, it was not good. Have you done harmonization today? No. You said you came to create job for people. Today, look at the transport ministry, about 800 Liberians. How dare you say you came to create job for Liberian people and you taking them out of job? You who are walking the poo water, that here now wetting trash. Why you have to say about that? The men who said that Liberian people needed nothing but job. But today, you taking about 800 Liberians, you are taking 800 Liberians out of job. Because you want to give contract to LTMI, because you're getting your kickback, you and your government officials. Really? What is that? The job you keep to create. If you cannot give the people job, leave them to what they are doing instead of taking them from there. See the level of hardship in the country now. Those 800 people, how do you expect our children to go to school now? Did you pay them off for the time they work in government? No. You just kick them out. Where are the jobs you're creating? All of the ministries and agencies in Liberia have been affected. But it is not strange. When the Unity Party came in, Eddie and Joseph, they did the same thing. I know how they called it last time and say they were right-siding people, this and that, and what have you. They laid so many people off. So it's not strange when Bwaka come to power, he's doing the same thing. They did it. When they took power 2005, 2005, they laid people off for their job. They made them jobless. And this is the same thing. Make sense to me. The men that came to rescue Liberian people to create job, in taking people out of job. You go to transport ministry, people were taking out of job. You go to the Ministry of Internal Affairs, you go to the Ministry of State, all of these things. If you say you see yourself as a president for all Liberians, no blue Liberia, no pink Liberia, no purple Liberia, you came to serve, you see your president as a national president for a political party or certain group of people. But you sat there when the league any took back. Corina Crack took back. That girl. People who were making $50, you taking them out of joy, you say because they were sedition. Everybody that work under we are administration, they are sedition. Tell me, what have you done different when it comes to that? When we are becoming president in that country, Unity Party people, look at where they got Emmanuel Nukwe, who were running as vice tenor bearer to Joseph Bwaka during the election. George Weah told him and sent him to the airport. There were people from the Unity Party were holding ministerial position, director position. This is why we call a government of inclusion, to have check and balances. Where is the check and balances in your government? When you came to power and you start to take everybody from power, you say, oh yes. When you serve in the George Weah administration, you don't want to see no opposition, because while you keep with the mindset to destroy and exploit the country, so if you have opposition, there will be check and balances. They will be watching what you see, what you're doing. This is so sad. This is the country people claim that they love. When you tell and say, oh, Bwaka la 2 years. No. Try to put something in Bwaka that will even extend his life, so you can keep him till he can die. Then you try to put different person there. If it had any effect on the lives of Aliyu Masari and his children, no. Because Bwaka knew that the same drugs business they were doing anytime, bringing drugs. He come forward arrested with drugs. He say it can be used for rehabilitation or whatsoever. He knew when he can that the sitting will continue, so we want opposition, so they can continue their same drugs cartel. Today, Liberia have been elevated from people importing drugs in the country. Now, Bwaka is importing and exporting. Yes, this is why you people voted for. This is the change. We are bringing Kujo, but today Bwaka bringing solar panel, he bringing missionary, he bringing all the one as in bringing the distribute. when you were bringing, it was not sufficient. It was just low consumption just for the people. But Bwaka now he bringing huge quantity. When he bring it, then he export.
Going to Ghana to rest.
Who are
Can you
those
imagine? The president running away from the drugs investigation, he going to rest.
Those people that bench.
I mean, it's too much. The country is on. Oh, listen, I don't think our country need any old president again. I know I'm going to get myself in trouble. I know I'm going to get myself in trouble today. Somebody got to stop me, Jacob. I beg you, somebody got to turn my computer off. Look at how President Bwaka operated. I don't think our country need any old president. Anybody but President Bwaka age and above, I think we got to re-examine that leadership. Because we cannot be in there back and forth, ziggy-zag. I'm sorry, and I'm here today to just say my own and go in peace. But we welcome the chairman, the ANC chairman. We every method. The president thought that just easy thought, nothing. The president thought he get tired, he said he going to rest. He going to Ghana to rest. Can you imagine? The president running away from the drugs investigation, he going to rest. I mean, it's too much. The country is on. Oh, listen, I don't think our country need any old president again. I know I'm going to get myself in trouble. I know I'm going to get myself in trouble today. Somebody got to stop me, Jacob. I beg you, somebody got to turn my computer off. Look at how President Bwaka operated. I don't think our country need any old president. Anybody but President Bwaka age and above, I think we got to re-examine that leadership. Because we cannot be in there back and forth, ziggy-zag. I'm sorry, and I'm here today to just say my own and go in peace. But we welcome the chairman, the ANC chairman. We every method. The president thought that just easy thought, nothing. The president thought he get tired, he said he going to rest. He going to Ghana to rest.
There are things we can do. We bring it good news and we give it to you. We touch it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Qualified people who willing to serve. Blessing that time and that effort are rest. The brothers giving us here and the promise from them. The welcome and life we have here.
I lyrical health.
Master.
Play Paris, who make you? I can't Sktv-Lib. C'est ma chenille, tina ke ase ma jamu. Engi sano muni, emu aye yo. Engi lofa mui, emu aye yo.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
And I delay ya to money, and I salia ya to money, and I wanna play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I salia ya to money, and I wanna play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I forget now ya to money. That's the baby, and I forget it now. Cause you walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talk about podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Qualified people who willing to serve. The flesh, the time, and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving a real and the promise my best. The work with my life with us, yeah. From Grandfather, Nima to Lusa. From River Sass, River G to Chide. From Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Monserrat, San to Backwalu. From Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.